Welcome to a leg day with Matt Trammell. This is what we're gonna do today. I'm going to go over the 5 absolute best leg exercises if you wanna be a bodybuilder. We're gonna go from the absolute best to not a bad exercise, but just not as effective. So in order, number 1 through number 5, but first, let's get these pesky safety bars out of the way. I have no intentions of needing anything like that. And then we're gonna get started. Try and keep up. And let's go, baby. Number 1, let's go over the setup of your feet. Where should they be? You need to be about shoulder width apart. And you need to have your feet out just a little bit. Not a lot. You never want your feet straight. That's not how you squat. That's not how your knees work. That's not how your hips work. You need to have a little bit of an angle. Toes pointed out just a little bit. And then when you go down, your knees track on that toes, right? Don't let your knees ever cave in. Knees go out. As far as where you put this bar at, you need to put this bar, there's high bar and there's low bar, okay? High bar is gonna be focusing more on your quads, and low bar is gonna allow a little more hip and glute activation. You'll see a lot of powerlifters have a real low bar squat, all right? So for today, we're gonna do high bar. Here we go, baby. Hey! So why do I put squat at number 1? Well, very, very simple, folks. When it comes to muscle activation, muscle fiber activation, you're looking at about a 90% activation of your muscles, okay? That is absolutely insane. With this being a compound movement, it is releasing the most growth hormone, the most testosterone. Everything good is being released when you squat. There is no other exercise that is gonna give you a thickness and a power in your legs more than this exercise right here. Get down 90 degrees and we're back up. Yeah. You wanna get big legs, you're gonna squat. Number 1 squat, baby. Number 1 on a list of 5. Try and keep up. Let's go, woo! And just bonus material, if you're ever trying to become like an actual lifter, it's really important that you get a good belt, all right? Equipment like this is fantastic as you start to get into weight where, again, I'm not a power lifter anymore. My lower back to me is priceless. Like I said, you get hurt, you're out of the game. Another really cool thing about squats, while I'm talking about it, there's so many different variations. There's front squat, there's sissy squats, there's goblet squats. There are so many different kinds of squats. You know, the variation makes a squat a really cool exercise, and you can overload it very easily, whether that's negatives. Like I said, there's a lot of ways that you can progressively overload it. One thing I wanna kind of demonstrate for you, I see a lot of people when they squat, is when they go down like this, when they go to push, they put their legs in like this. Their knees go boop. Never, ever, ever let your knees come in this way. It's bad, okay? Keep your knees out. They track out and then they stay out. All right, number 2 is going to be Romanian deadlifts. So see, in bodybuilding, the back is just as important as the front. You have front poses, you have side poses, and you have back poses. So glutes, hamstrings, this whole posterior chain is gonna be worked with Romanian deadlifts. Why do I like them? The activation for your hamstrings is like 80% as far as hamstrings go. So it's just a great hamstring exercise. As far as how you do it, again, about shoulder width, and you're gonna come down. You wanna make sure you're keeping your lower back dead straight, just straight as can be. So you're gonna come down like this. You're gonna push your hips back. You're not just bending over, you're pushing your hips back. So you're back, and you're gonna bring this thing down to about the middle of your shins. Keep that lower back straight. And then when you go to pull it, you're gonna pull with your butt cheeks and you're gonna squeeze your butt together. That's how you're gonna do this, you understand? Feet, hands, and then you're gonna hinge. Hinge, knees bent just a little bit, boom, and then squeeze your butt cheeks, those glutes they call them. down. Yeah, right there. Yep. Romanian deadlift, number 2. All right, y'all. Number 3 is leg press. Now, if we're going in between squat and leg press, it's not a close competition. Squat is by far superior, but leg press is a great option because if you truly can't squat, right? If you have some back issues, you can still overload and still focus on hypertrophy, which is muscle growth, without the loading on your spine, right? So if you do have some back issues, this is a really good alternative to where you're still probably getting 75% activation, glutes, hams, quads, leg press. Number 3 on the list, still fantastic, still easy to have, some variation, and wherever you put your feet on this is gonna work a little different. If you're up high, it's gonna be more hamstrings. If you're down lower, it's gonna be more quads. You can go out, you can go in. So again, leg press, that's why it gets my number 3 ranking as an incredible leg workout. Here we go. So you're still coming down. You still wanna try and get as deep as you can. Knees still out. Ah, yeah, buddy. You wanna be pushing through your heels on this one. You never wanna be out on your toes. All right, we're on number 4. I don't know any other way to explain it other than bummer time. This is a hard one. It's called Bulgarian split squats. So we've moved out of our compound movements into our more accessory movements. This is for symmetry, this is for balance, this is for stabilizers, and just a good aesthetic development for your legs. So Bulgarian split squats, you're gonna grab some dumbbells, or not, you don't have to, and you take this back leg and you put it up on this bench, you balance yourself, and then you just go down. Oh, bummer. Ooh, yeah. Oh, these are always gonna be a blessing. Oh, these are just a lot of fun, just always. No avoiding it. Just whatever, have fun with those. Last but certainly not least, we're gonna do some lunges. You can do these with barbells, you can do these with dumbbells, but they make my list because of, again, hypertrophy, balance, extended time under tension. You're working quads, you're working glutes, you're working hamstrings. It's just a great accessory movement. Here's bonus material. I never do calves. You'll never in your whole entire life ever see me do a calf raise, but if that's what you wanna do, standing calf raises are by far superior to seated calf raises. Standing calf raises work both heads of your gastrocnemius, and the seated only works one. So if you're gonna do calves, do standing. So lunges, get you some dumbbells, and you're just gonna go for a little walk. We're just gonna go on a walk. All right, I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed the 5 best leg workouts if you wanna be a bodybuilder. Oh my goodness, if you have any questions, let me know. Until next time, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Ooh-wee. Ouch. Let me just walk that off.